What is going on, guys? Balor Fan 85 somewhere here in the. Good Lord, that was a lot of vape. Yeah, see?
A big load.
Yeah. Balor Fan 85 here, and I'm almost blinded. This is Kevin, the.
What's going on, guys?
Human Fog Machine. This is Byron Saxton, aka Austin.
What's up, guys?
We're here to do another belt review, and this is one I kind of want to just go ahead and get out of the way because as much as I love this belt, it is a pain to carry around. It is a pain to wear. And
You guys have never seen me talk bad about a belt like I'm about to do to this one.
So, before we get started with this, this is Miss Balor Fan 85's. This was the first belt that she got that triggered her. Now she's got this belt. She's got the New Day tag. She's got the UK. She claims the North American title, which is mine, and several more.
She's packing a lot of heat.
Yeah, and we were actually able to get this signed. But it sits on a shelf, and there's a reason for it. It's because it is just such. It is a massive belt. It's the longest strap I think that any replica makes.
Well, to give it credit, you can make it as long as you want.
Yeah, you can make it as long as you want. I haven't taken anything out of it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and break this.
We're gonna do this like this first. We're going to do it like this first, just to make it easier. And then we'll pick it up and go into more depth with it.
Let's
pull this down a little.
Yeah. This is the $1 Million Championship, and right now it's upside down. So let me turn it over.
I didn't even know it was upside down.
Either.
I only did because of the signature.
Yeah. This is the $1 Million title, the $1 Million replica, and I'm holding it with the utmost care because it is just...
super flimsy.
Yeah, it's super flimsy. It's super heavy.
Fragile.
Yeah, it feels like you could break it.
Annoying.
But I'm glad I got this belt.
Pain in the ass.
Looks like a big wristwatch.
I'm glad I got this though because we did get lucky to meet them.
Not pretty.
I'd say it is pretty. Now let's go ahead. The reason I say
mirrored, smudged everywhere, small.
It is a fingerprint magnet. Let's see if I can remember how to get this open.
And I say this with every pun intended. No bang for your buck.
Oh, I think there's plenty of bang for your buck.
Well, I mean, you're also retarded.
Well, fair enough. This is the biggest strap out of any belt. I mean, just from, here's one side way over here, all the way to the other side. Just a massive...
And I mean, as a fat kid, I should like it because it's one of the few that I could wear.
Yeah, and
but
the greatest,
uncomfortable.
The greatest thing about this, these links you can actually take off. I don't know how to take them off. I'm not going to take them off because that's just
I think it has something to do with the screws.
I think it does too. So we got this again, Miss Balor Fan 85. This was the first title she fell in love with after I showed it to her. And we went to WrestleCon a couple years ago. We met Ted DiBiase. We got it signed. But again, all it does is sit on a shelf because it's too much of a headache to move around. To me, it is a beautiful belt. And the strap, I love the strap. You have, from what I heard, I think over 700 stones at least in the main plate.
You really want 700 stones?
Yeah, I think. Then you have 2 stones in each dollar sign.
I'm sweating right now because I just don't like this.
Let's turn this over. I'm trying. Miss Balor Fan 85 is going to kill me if I don't. If I handle this wrong. If you look at the back is actually surprising. Everybody thinks, and you actually thought that too, that it's nothing but metal all the way around. No, there's actually...
My only compliment to the belt is they've put this soft kind of vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
That way the part that actually touches your skin doesn't irritate you as bad. Like, it's not going to want to make you punch a baby, but it's definitely going to want to make you just take it off and throw it in the closest body of water.
The pros are that, I mean, this is a conversation starter. People come into the house and they go into my wrestling room and they love it because, I mean, it's a lot of bling bling. It's not really a lot of shiny bling bling. I mean, these are basic clear stones. There's not much to it. You can get them restoned with cubic zirconia or Swarovski. And we'll probably do that eventually one day, but right now it's just like this. The cons, again, to me, this feels like a museum piece, like something that you just kind of don't want to touch. Just display. I mean, the time we took it to Orlando to WrestleCon, this was the biggest pain out of all the belts that I had to carry. And I'm so glad. Yeah, I know somebody's getting bored. I'm fixing to give you your chance. Wake up. Willie.
Oh, we're still doing this?
Yeah, we're still doing this.
Okay.
So it was a pain carrying around, and this is the first time I've actually handled it in months, maybe a year, because it's one of those belts that it's more like it's definitely a display piece. So with that being said, Kevin, do you have any gripes that you would like to say about this belt?
Only a few.
Mind you, I'm sensitive.
Only a few.
Okay.
First off, Miss Balor fan, you know I love you to death. I love looking at your guys' collection. I do. One day I hope to have one as good as yours. However, this one won't be in mine. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. First of all, you guys know I hate big mirrors. Second of all, you know I hate overdoing it with rhinestones. This is a mirror covered in rhinestones. I also hate these jagged parts that come up past the plate. Yes, I could wear this belt. No, I never will. My only positive behind this, two positives. One, you know I love belts that inspire nostalgia, and this one definitely does. I can't take that away from it. But they did put that vinyl on the back to make it somewhat more comfortable. But it's awkward to carry. If it's not, I hate handling this belt for the simple fact I know how much his wife loves it, and every time I hold it and try to
break
it shifts and moves, and I don't want to be responsible for breaking it. It's a big mirror. It's covered in rhinestones. It's small. It doesn't look like something that should cost as much as it does. And guys, let's just go ahead and be honest. For anybody who watches WWE, the 24/7 championship, when they brought it out, we all thought the same thing. Oh, it's a big gold plate with 24/7 on it. $1 million title, it's a big mirror that's got money signs on it. How creative is that? Really?
When it came out, when the stones actually bling, the belt looks amazing. I will give it that.
But going back to what we say about rhinestones, eventually they're going to fall out.
Not if you just leave it alone.
You put 1 and 2 stones back in a belt. This, I mean, it's not when this belt is going to start to fall apart, or it's not if the belt's going to fall apart. It's when you take and you take the most care in the world in it. This man loves his belts. His wife loves her belts. They have some of the best upkeep on their belts, and I'm not knocking them in any way, shape, or form. I just don't like this belt. When you have a belt where you can take apart the links, when you have a belt that has that many rhinestones, whether you take them apart or not, when something is designed to come apart, it's going to come apart. I mean, let's just call a duck, okay? When it's designed to come apart, it is going to come apart.
So do you hate this worse than the orange swoosh? Would you get this belt over an orange swoosh?
No.
Yeah, fair enough.
No. I would get the cruiser. If somebody said you have to get one of these belts and leave it the way they are, I'd take the cruiserweight with orange swoosh. Go back and watch our cruiserweight video. You'll see how I feel about that orange swoosh. But I understand people like this belt, especially if you were a fan of wrestling in that time.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely was. I mean, who can't remember Ted DiBiase calling a little kid out of the crowd saying, "Hey, dribble this ball and I'll give you some money." And then he kicks the ball out of him right before he does it.
That's kind of what you're doing to me right now.
I mean, we all can remember that kind of stuff. And for those of us who love heels, hashtag heel fan, I mean, it was awesome. But I understand this came out in a time where they didn't have the resources they have today. They didn't have the creative ability that they have today. Just the advances in the way that they make belts and how they can make belts and their resources now. Back then when this came out, you couldn't draw up a belt on a computer and say, "Hey, make this," and then it's there. You literally had to work with what you had. So in that aspect, I get it. But I just... would I turn down this belt for free? Maybe. But I just feel like there's so many other belts I'd really like over it. I don't like the strap. I don't like it. It's a bunch of money. It's money signs. That's all it is money signs. There's no creativeness to this belt, none whatsoever. My 5-year-old could have drew this belt up. My biggest complaint when they made the new big logo championships was, oh, somebody took WWE logo, put it on a leather strap, and here we are. The 24/7 title. Oh my God, they took a gold-plated record, wrote 24/7 champion on it, put it on the ugliest green strap I've ever seen.
Let me ask you this. Would you get this over the 24/7 championship?
Am I paying for either one of them, or is somebody offering, hey, take one of these off my hands?
You do have to pay for one.
I'm not going to pay for either one.
Let's say you have no choice. You have to buy one.
Like you're going to die if you don't buy one or the other.
One of them have to be in my collection?
Yes.
24/7 title.
What?
Yes.
I would agree with that.
Strap alone.
Shut up.
Because here's the thing. Listen, hear me out, guys. I'm a fan of the era this belt came from. I'm a fan of like what Ted DiBiase did. I get it. But if I have this in the 24/7 title in front of me, I can take that 24/7 title, grab it without a care in the world, and hold it up.
That's fair enough.
This one, I don't even want to touch it right now. I don't want to sneeze on it. I don't want to blink in its direction.
This one,
because if I go ahead and grab it, look at how the straps it's. I don't. Now, I'll tell you what I would do. Take this main plate and put it on a leather strap.
Yeah.
If I had to, I'd put it on a leather strap and stamp the money signs into the leather. How you have like the clamshell.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah.
That would work for me. Okay, but this strap really. I don't like mirrors and I don't like
when I had to transfer this from my house to your house. This got wrapped in a blanket because I was so scared of bringing it. The only reason I wanted to review it is because this is one belt in the collection I don't think I've ever done a review of. So might as well go ahead and get out of the way. Now it'll go sit back.
Now the $1 Million Mini. The $1 Million Mini.
That's great.
Love it. Yeah, the strap's the same. Yeah, it's along the same lines of the belt.
That long.
But you can manage it. This is so unmanageable. So unpredictable of what it's going to do.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like handling a snake, to be honest.
It really is.
Because I can't.
It has a mind of its own.
It does.
I wouldn't turn down the belt for free. If he said, hey, take this off my hands, I would, just because, I mean, I'm not going to turn down any free belt. But I wouldn't pay more than $100 for this belt. I won't.
Well, this is one of the few replicas I really think is worth the full price. And
this is one of the first times you guys are actually seeing us disagree.
Just because of the crafts, to me, I mean, it is a display piece. Yes, you're not going to handle it much. No, you're not going to wear it. But as far as quality with the stones, with the strap and everything, I consider this to be worth more than like the Undisputed or the Universal, something like that.
Put yourself in mine and Saxton's condition, okay? You don't have any kids yet.
No.
I have 4. He has 1. Would you feel comfortable? And you see where my belts sit.
Oh, yeah. This is
my belt as
high as possible.
My belts sit in the living room on my entertainment center around the TV. You got kids running around the house, okay? Are you comfortable with this belt being out in the living room where the kids are?
My main problem is when I look at it, I don't see a belt. I see an oversized watch.
Yeah, that's fair enough, too. Even the Mini.
That's why the Mini, I see the Mini being good because it's a watch.
And to a certain extent, every belt falls in this category. And any wrestler who has done it for a while and has got past the point of, I need to have a title at all times, will tell you the same thing. A belt is nothing more than a prop.
Yeah.
This is nothing more than a prop to me. And I know I just kind of double negative myself there, but I don't see a belt. I see a prop. I don't. I mean, was this belt even ever defended?
Yeah, actually, Virgil.
Was there ever
Virgil won it. Steve Austin actually defended it too when he was the ringmaster. And I'd love to get him on there too, but like I said, this and it could be a female loving the bling bling. This is what Miss Balor fan 85 wanted. I wasn't going to disappoint her, so I bought it. I'm glad it's in the collection, but again, I barely touch it at all.
And you're comfortable paying full price for this?
I actually did pay full price for it. Yes. Yeah. I mean, if
I mean, obviously we want sales as much as we can get.
Yeah. Yeah, nostalgia-wise, though, I remember I actually watched it on YouTube the other day when this was unveiled on the Brother Love show, and it just brought that back. I can look at this.
I'll go and be honest with you guys, and I'll probably get heat for this, but I've never seen any match with this belt. I've never seen this belt walked out to the ring. I've never watched anything about this belt. I never felt the desire to.
I think it's a. I'm sorry.
Would you get this signed by Virgil too? If
Yeah,
you had a chance?
probably because really Teddy DiBiase, Virgil, the Ringmaster, and Ted DiBiase Jr. Those are the four. And if you really want to count Jake the Snake when he stole it, yeah, I could probably see myself getting it on all of them, getting all of them on it. Virgil would probably be at the bottom of the list, but yeah,
I could see you getting Virgil though. He's at WrestleCade a lot.
yeah. But I'm not taking this. This is
Yeah,
signed by Ted DiBiase. That's fine. That's good with that. Unless Stone Cold, and I think I've hit my once in a lifetime opportunity to meet Stone Cold. So I'm happy with it the way it is. Once we get done here, it'll go back and sit on the shelf next to a $1 Million Man Pop and the $1 Million Mini on top of that, and I'll be happy with it.
If you're a Ted DiBiase fan and like he's one of your go-to wrestlers, I understand why you would want this belt. It puts that connection for you, but I'm not. No, it does nothing for me. I don't. Okay, here we go. Ashley, come here for a second, please. Just come here, please.
We're gonna get an outside opinion.
I don't think it's
as a female. Do you think this belt is pretty?
That belt is talking ugly.
Okay, thank you.
Fair enough. All right, so I guess with that being said, we have 2 no's and a yes, but a very hesitant yes.
Thumbs down.
I wouldn't turn the belt down if somebody was offering it to you, but I wouldn't pay full price.
How much would you pay for this belt? If you had to pay for it, how much would you pay for this belt before you got to the point of starting? I'm not talking about, okay, maybe I'd pay that. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, how much would you pay without trying to negotiate down?
That's hard to say, but I'll put it this way. If I had this belt in front of me and a steak in front of me, I'd take the steak.
My new phone case came in.
Yay!
Look, I'm telling you right now, if I had this belt in front of me or McDonald's sweet tea, give me some sweet tea.
They do have good sweet tea.
They've got great sweet tea.
Yeah. So, with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm sure we can debate all day, but I really want to put this back up to where it's not being
He's even afraid to touch it.
I'm very
Mainly because he's afraid of his wife, which I can't fault you there.
If you want a belt you're not going to touch,
she's a redhead. She'll kill me. She has no soul.
I like, and you've seen this plenty of times, both of you. I host the pay-per-views at my house more times than not, and you are 2 of the ones that come almost every single time.
and you like to touch your belts.
When someone comes over for the first time and they're like, "Hey, can I touch your belt?" Yeah, man, no problem. If this was in my collection, like, yeah, man, no problem. Don't touch that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's not for me.
And again, that's why we're all in the hobby. We have our likes, we have our dislikes.
We don't have to agree on everything.
No, I'd recommend getting it. These 2 won't, but I'd definitely recommend catching a sale. Like, comment,
If it's
subscribe.
on sale, maybe.
Like, comment, subscribe down in the
Sale or not, I wouldn't pay over $100 for it. And that's being generous. Because then I have to bring it home and justify it to my wife, and she's going to be like, "Why did you spend $100 on that?"
Yeah.
I mean, if it was authentic belt, hell yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's that. Not now we're comparing apples and diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's a 40.
It's apples and diamonds.
The real belt cost $40,000 to make.
Jeez, nuts.
Yeah, it was $40,000.
so we like he's been saying for the last 2 minutes, we could beat this thing to death, but I think we've hit on everything. You guys know where we stand with it. If it's a belt you like and you want to get in your collection, I don't fault you for it.
But please do not just carry it around.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You're not going to want to. If you do carry it around, you're going to want to put it in a case or
if
wrap
you've
it in a
noticed,
blanket.
any other belt that we've had, we're constantly putting up to the camera and everything. After we initially showed you, it's set right here and it's staying right here because I don't want to move it anymore. So, like, comment, subscribe down at the bottom. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy our videos, and we'll keep them coming if you keep watching.
What kind of case you get?